because like now I don't have the astigmatism anymore. Looking up and seeing a full moon and actually seeing the detail on the moon is because before all I ever saw.
What do you mean?
Well, my astigmatism was so bad that like if I looked at the moon, it was just glowy. There was nothing there.
Yeah, that's not what the moon looks like.
No, I can actually see all the detail on the moon.
What the fuck?
Wait, you can see the detail on the moon?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm dead serious. I can see the detail.
Fuck that shit. All I see is glowy shit.
That's
Yeah, I know they see glowy shit. Hold on.
Whoa.
What?
That's because you have an astigmatism.
What the hell?
But like when
Wait, what?
This is bullshit.
This is bullshit. Wait a second. Wait a damn minute. You can see the detail of the moon?
Yeah.
Like craters and stuff?
Yeah.
No, you cannot.
I
this
swear.
is not fucking Skyrim. What?
I
What
swear.
the fuck?
I can see the detail of the moon because I don't have the astigmatism anymore.
Okay, it's fine. He's colorblind. It's fine. He can have the craters. All right, we got red.
Wait, with the naked human eye, just like you're not using like a magnifier, looking up in the sky, you're telling me straight face that you can see the craters of the moon and that's normal?
What can you see?
I got good fucking vision now.
Man.
It's that
Can you
basic.
to the future? What are the lottery numbers, AJ? What?
It's all about
Hold
that
on.
basic. By the way, we're here in a new episode. New minisode.
Hi.
We're talking about glasses and contacts and how I have LASIK.
New week, new us.
So yeah, my visual awakening was the fact that I was taken to get glasses in like middle school, and I told my dad I would not wear them because I hated them because I didn't get to pick them out, and I think that's a big deal, especially if you're a kid, right?
Yeah.
You should get to pick.
You need to pick them out.
Yeah, my dad picked them out. I hated them. They were like these weird like octagonal kind of glasses, you know,
like John Lennon glasses, kind of.
No, like it was like basically like take like an octagon but stretch it wide, you know.
Oh, God.
So like as opposed to ovals, I was like I'm never gonna wear these. I don't want to wear them, so I didn't wear them. I continued on until high school, and then I eventually was able to convince my mom to get me contacts. So I got contacts at like 16 or 17, and that was the very first time I ever saw like clearly ever. So like I went for fucking 16, 17 years just bullshit bitch vision. Then I put in contacts and I walked out of that place and I was like, holy shit, like this is what the real world looks like. This is like it was amazing. And then I had that same fucking like visual awakening when I got like 8 years later, cause I was 25, I believe. Yeah, I was 25 when I got LASIK. So when I got LASIK and I was like, oh my God, like this is amazing. Like just being able to see being able to see, but also waking up and being able to see.
And being that is kind of lit.
Wild
Opening
thing.
your eyes and being able to see.
Literally, that was like the amazing feeling. And then like it really sunk in for me, like I was saying, with seeing the details of the moon at night. I was like, this is crazy. I don't have my astigmatism anymore. So
the worst feeling in the world is when you wear glasses and you wake up in the morning and you reach over to your nightstand to put your glasses on and they're not fucking there. Where the hell did they go? Why are they on the floor? How the hell did they get there? Why can't I find them? Because I'm fucking blind and I need my glasses to find my glasses.
You need your glasses to find your glasses. I hate that.
Fucking annoying.
I feel like the worst feeling for me when I had contacts was if I ever fell asleep with my contacts in, it would be waking up and going, am I missing a contact or is it just blurry? And then you go to grab it, but it's not there. And you're like, oh, I'm missing a contact in this eye. It must have fallen out. Or worse, it's just in my fucking cavity.
It's in my brain now.
I've never had a contact fall out of my eye.
Ever?
Ever. Ever.
I've had them rip a couple times, but not fall out. Like, not fall out once in, but they rip sometimes.
The only time I've had one rip is literally when, like, either I've already taken it out and something happens, or I'm going to put it in and I notice that it's ripped. I've never like all the remember the old like TV shows where they're like, we gotta search the floor because Johnny's contact fell out, and I've never
like. Do you want that? Even if you theoretically found that contact,
do you want
to put that back in your head?
That's also like that.
Those are the hard ones.
Those are the hard ones. Yeah, the gas permeable or whatever.
Yeah.
Which when I first tried contacts, that was the first ones they tried to get me to do, and I couldn't do it because
I've never done those.
I couldn't do it because one, they're smaller than normal contacts. They're a lot smaller. Like they don't cover your full eye, and they move every time you blink.
Ugh.
Couldn't do it. I put them in, and I couldn't even get it out because you have to they have to have like a little suction cup. Yeah.
Oh god, I'm gonna fucking throw up.
The moment I put in the soft ones, I was fine. You don't feel them at all. It's good to go. I do remember the first time one fell out though. I was in fucking school taking a test, and they wouldn't let me leave, and my mom was pissed because contacts are expensive.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let me go to the bathroom to go put it back in. So I just...
And it shriveled up.
And I was just fucked. Because,
just do what
schools are bullshit.
Just literally do what everybody else has done and stick it in your mouth and put it back in your mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done that in the past. I've done that in the past, but... Yeah.
You can just disinfect it later.
We were...
I've done that.
Your whole eye.
Disinfect my whole body later.
Hold on, just get through that test.
Because in high school, when I was under my parents' health insurance, I would get yearlies because that's just what they got.
Did you know that there is
I've had to put it in my mouth.
There is no difference between the yearlies and the dailies at all.
Yep.
There is no difference. There is no difference between the yearlies and the
dailies. That's what an actual doctor has told me too.
My one of my ex's moms worked for like she did something with working for an eyeglass contact company or whatever the fuck. But yeah, there is no difference at all. It is the exact fucking same contact.
They always say it's thinner. Is it not thinner?
It's not. It's the fucking same. You could literally just get the dailies and just wear them for however long you wear your yearlies or monthlies or whatever. It's the exact same. Wow. So save some money. But yeah. So when we before we started recording, I was gonna tell a story about my schedule and how it's fixed, temporarily, right?
Air quotes.
And it's all because of Koji. It's his fault. But kind of not really his fault, but really it's this fucking vet's fault that took him to. So Koji, one of the dogs here, he'd been having some issues ever since the ice storm and everything. He's been having some doggy issues. He has a previous back injury, but he hurt himself on the ice because he's old to hurt himself. And
he's baby.
He's baby.
So he
old baby.
For like a week, he had been just driving us nuts. And by us, I mean like us and Midna, because he would be panting constantly. And he would she'd be up on the couch and she'd be just chilling. But if she was anywhere near us and he'd come up to us and just pant in our face nonstop, and she'd fucking look at him like, dude, get the fuck out of my face, because he's just panting his hot breath on her, and she's trying to sleep, and she's like, get the fuck away from me. But he was panting nonstop. He was driving us crazy. He would do these little movements with his head and then shoot off out of the room. So we could tell something was wrong with him. But he also has these tiny little ears, so he got these little ear canals. So he's also prone to ear infections. We a whole slew of things. Took him to the vet,
right?
And we were like, hey, give him a once over, fucking change the oil, check him, do everything you need to do.
Clear out the filters. Let's go.
Rotate the tires, do everything you need to do. We're here for the full service, right? And right. So we can't go in, thanks COVID. So we're sitting in the parking lot, and then they the vet calls us and it's like, hey, just so I ran my hands down his back and his hips, and he winced quite a bit, and it's looking like that's the real trouble here, and so they prescribed him an anti-inflammatory to help with that, and we get him back, and then while he's in the car, I go ahead and call them again, because again, I can't just fucking walk in there, and I'm like, hey, did you check his ears? And they're like, oh, yeah, it looked like he had some wax in his left ear, but it's definitely not infected. And I was like, okay, well, we'd like to get that cleaned. They're like, okay, well, you can make an appointment. I'm like, what the we were fucking here. We were just here. You could have done it while you're there. That's the whole point. We wanted a once over. So they make us make an appointment, right? Which is going to cost more money.
Right.
So And it's not like oh, we can see tomorrow. It's like a fucking
like
week
3 or 4 days later.
It's the weekend basically. We have to wait till Saturday. Saturday rolls around. I get a text message from them saying, "Hey, whoopsie fucksy, like we made a fucksy wucksy, and by the way, we're closed." Like they literally said,
"By the way, we're closed."
They literally said we're closing early because there's no doctors here, and so his appointment was at 1, and they were only staying open till 12:30. I'm like, you can't stay open for fucking extra half hour to fucking clean his ears. By this point, he is going nuts because it had actually been over a week. Yeah. Because they had given us the medicine they gave us was a trial for 1 week because we had to wait for a blood test to come back. By the way, this whole first visit, over $400. So, caveat for this upcoming argument that I'm going to have with them. And that's without x-rays.
Yeah. They wanted to do x-rays.
So
and I was
everyone
like,
listening, please go hit up Sam's PayPal.
So they
hit up the Koji fund.
So by this point he's back. He's right back to fucking. He's anxious. He's panting. He's in pain again because he needs that medication, and we were supposed to get that filled permanently because the blood test came back and they said, okay, he can actually be on this now. Yeah. So we were going to get it filled when we went there to get his ears done. And by this point, his ears are really bothering him. Like he's favoring one's always down. He's fucking.
Oh no!
He's whining.
Yeah. He literally winced when we went to pet his head. It's getting that bad. So
he's just all kinds of fucked up.
This is on Saturday, right? They're fucking closed on Sunday. Monday rolls around, and I'm communicating with them at text this point because I texted them back and they didn't respond on Saturday because they already fucking closed. So they shoot me a text in the morning on Monday. And they're like, okay, well, we can see him tomorrow. And I'm like, no, you can see him today. This is all this has already been pushed back so fucking much. So I take him there, right? And they're like, okay, if we get him in at 10, is that good? I'm like, okay, whatever. So this is why my schedule gets fixed because it's already 7 in the morning and I hadn't slept yet. So 10 a.m.
Oh my God.
10 a.m. rolls around. I fucking scoop his ass up. And he was on 2 different medications at the time. One of them, if you wake him up from it, he's like loopy and drugged.
He's basically on doggy Xanax is what it is. And so he's out.
And it affects his back legs a lot. He's like jello legs. And that's one of the side effects of that particular one. Yeah. Which we wanted to get him on the other one because the other one doesn't have those side effects because it's anti-inflammatory. With this one, it's just a pain medication for him. Yeah. But since we didn't have that, we
and an anxiety medicine.
Yeah. So I scoop him up and I get him in the car. And then when the vet comes out, I'm like, hey, just so you know, he's on whatever the gabapentin right now. Is like, so he's kind of a little loopy and be careful with his legs because he's old and he can't really jump right now. She's like, okay, and she gets him out. And then I'm waiting there. And when she comes back in, she opens the door and she stands there and she lets him try to jump in the fucking car and he falls. Because he can't jump because his legs are fucking noodles, right? And then she literally goes, hey, so we cleaned his ears. And by the way, his left ear is really infected. So you're going to need to make an appointment with the vet. And then walks away. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I get back home and I'm like, what am I going to do about it? I tell Sam about it and then I call them and I'm like, hey, I was just there with my dog. And I tell them the whole story about, he had you guys cleaned his ears back when we gave him the once over when we knew something was wrong with him, it wouldn't be infected now. You guys are the ones who pointed out that it was fucking dirty and you didn't clean his ears. And he has a history of ear infections because he has little ears, the very little ear canals. Like he has a history of this. And so this woman ends up transferring me over to the person who's like the manager of the whole clinic. And I'm talking to her and first she goes, oh yeah, that was our mistake. With an ear infection like that, the vet tech shouldn't have even cleaned his ears. And I'm like, no fucking shit. You're not supposed to clean a dog's ears if they have an ear infection. Yeah. It can make it worse. So she cleaned the ears. So now he's really bothering his ears. And I'm like, so I tell her this whole story and she's like, well, she tries to pin it off like it could have happened to anybody. Like, well, an ear infection can come up at any point. So at any point in time, it could have come up. And I was like, no, but it wouldn't have come up had you guys cleaned his ears when I first requested it. But you guys pushed it off for over a week, and then you canceled the appointment on me.
Not to mention in the entire time he's been here, like, he's had 2 ear infections already because his ears, like...
That's a lot.
Because they come on so suddenly.
Yeah.
Because he has to have his ears cleaned a lot. Because he has little teeny tiny ear canals. So this office already knows that he's prone to ear infections.
And so I'm having this back and forth with this woman, right? And everything she tries to say, I have like, I'm fucking countering. I'm fucking pissed at this point. But I'm trying to keep my cool because I'm like, well, what do you do? Because it's a vet. We need them to do their fucking job. But like at one point she's like, well, our procedure is, we go about this and, how are we supposed, she's like, how are we supposed to know that we need to clean his ears? And I went, how are you supposed to, excuse me, we gave you 10 years worth of his vet history when we chose you as our vet. That's how you know. Because we gave you 10 years of history that shows he's prone to ear infections. They need to have him cleaned, and they've been cleaned, and he's had ear infections in the past at your clinic. So are you guys not writing this down? Are you not reading any of this? So her response was, well, we're obviously just going in circles here. So what do you want me to do?
Your job.
I was like, I want you to treat his ear infection.
Right now, not tomorrow, not next week.
Exactly. And also, she wanted to charge me again to have him looked at.
Oh no!
She wanted
third time?
Yes.
Oh no!
And I'm like no, So I had to take him back the same day, drop him off.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we had to leave him there.
Leave him there,
which I was already like, I don't.
Because they were fully booked that day, and they basically made one of the doctors do it during their lunch period or whatever.
Okay, well that's their fault.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and I'm like. That shit is like so far beyond anything. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, plan better. And so we get him back and we finally get all this taken care of. And they're like, this is another like $200. And because of all the medications that he had been on. Because I got the one medication.
Which they almost forgot.
Yeah, even though I reminded them 3 fucking times to give him the actual medication that we originally took him there for. Then we had to get 2 medications for his ears. And I loved how when the woman calls me back and she asks about the ear medication, she goes, oh, I see here on his chart that he used to take this medication for ear infections. Is that right? I'm like, oh, so now you're looking at the fucking chart?
Now you can read? Now you can read?
You see that he used to take this medication? Are you fucking kidding me? So I'm like, yeah, no, that'll be fine.
Thank you.
And then, like, when they gave me the breakdown, I'm like, so she tells me the prices. I'm like, hey, can you give me I want an itemized breakdown. What is it, And it's literally all the medication. And she goes, oh, yeah, looks like we went ahead and waived the fees for the vet visit. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, good.
No shit.
Yeah, no shit. You're going to fucking do that. Like, but basically, because of all that and not sleeping that day with all of the Koji drama.
We literally each got like 2 hours of sleep that day.
Yeah, that's why we're on a fixed schedule.
Wow, what's that feel like?
It sucks. This sucks.
So, yeah, that's
You don't like waking up in the morning?
The thing I hate the most is by 5 o'clock, I want to pass out. I want to take a nap.
Yeah.
That's the only part that really fucking sucks because I have things I still want to do or need to do, but I'm so fucking tired.
I've been feeling pretty good with it. I like that. Like, it used to be like, okay, let's go to bed, play some Stardew, and try to fall asleep. But instead, it's play some Stardew until 8 a.m. and then, oh, I guess we should sleep. But now it's been like play some Stardew and going, oh my god, I'm falling asleep. We have to stop. And it's like, this is what this is like.
I literally had to say, I just woke up and I'm just standing on my horse in the middle of the forest. So I think we should go to bed.
So that's been a good feeling. It feels good when you fall asleep because you're tired and not going, I guess I should sleep as the sun's rising.
That's what I did yesterday.
Yeah.
It feels good. And it sucks because I know this is short-lived because I'm going to have to go back to a night schedule soon. But, I'm going to enjoy this while I fucking can.
Yeah.
So that's my...
Get all your daytime things out of the way.
Being able
see
to
the sun, see the
Being able to go to the grocery store at,
fucking
high
10:30 in the morning. It was like
high noon.
Yeah.
If you want, yeah.
So yeah, we're day walkers for a little while.
Day walkers.
Okay. Okay. I tried to become a day walker. I feel like once a week I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule at this point, and it never works.
You just get a dog.
Get a dog. Get a dog. Duh. Get a dog, forehead.
You want? I can give you one of these if you know.
We have extras.
Yeah.
We're handing them out.
We have extras, yeah.
I love how every single time you spend a couple of $100 on them, they're like, man, I feel fucking good. You just spent all that money on me. I'm feeling good now. Like, you're like, God damn, okay. I see you, dogs. You fucking assholes.
I see you, dogs. No, they're babies.
So,
Sweet angel pies.
it's your minisode this week.
It is.
What have you got for us?
Well. I guess we should get into this. Am I the asshole for not wanting to talk to my friends after they compared a dog to my daughter?
That's so fitting. Look at that.
I wanted to keep it as a theme.
And it's fitting, yeah.
Okay. Little bit of backstory. My two best friends, 21 and 22, have known each other, both female, have known each other since they were in elementary school. I, 21 female, met them my freshman year of high school, and while I've always felt like a little bit of a third wheel to them, I always still considered them my best friends. Now, I don't feel like they're really my friends at all. I don't feel like they support me and anything I'm going through or are excited for me when I tell them any big news. Yet they expect all that for me because they're haters. There are just some people that are haters.
Yeah.
You know, some people just, that's how they are. Anyway, I'm now almost 8 months pregante, not pregnant during a pan dulce. Why? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was just hard, like horrific. During a pandemic Lovato, you're pregnant? Yikes. And throughout the past 8 months, okay, so she got pregnant during COVID. Yikes.
Ouch.
I have a chastity belt on. I'm sorry. That's just me. Like, there's nothing I could think of that's more horrifying than falling pregnant
there's
during
just so much going on that just everything. That's very scary.
It's terrifying. Scary. I don't know. Sorry for my judgment spewing out of my mouth. I'm still waking up.
Dog is my
so
BC.
Throughout the past 8 months, I've seen them once for dinner, and when I told them I was pregnant. At the time, they seemed excited and happy for me, but that quickly faded. I had my baby shower 2 weeks ago, and neither of them showed up.
Because it's a pandemic.
Lives out of state during a pandemic. It's a pandemic, and this was written 8 days ago, so this is a whole it's a panini. It's a panini. And throughout the past 8 months, I've seen them once for dinner when I told them I was pregnant. At the time, they seemed very I'm sorry, I read that already. Ace lives out of state for college, so I had I pretty much gave her a free pass on why she didn't come, but turns out she was home for the weekend for my baby shower anyway. E, on the other hand, gave me a reason for why she shouldn't come, and quite frankly, it was insulting. Her reason for not coming was that her puppy had got spayed 6 days before my shower, but she was still healing and she needed to stay with her. That's a valid excuse. That's a surgery.
Yeah.
It's a very major surgery. They take an organ out.
Yeah.
Neither of them sent a card or a gift in the mail and made no attempt whatsoever to be there for me in any way. Yesterday, A and I got a text from E saying that she was adopting another puppy. However, they say she chose... This sentence is written poorly. However, does she... say, oh my God, what are you trying to say to me? Okay, basically she says, I'm going to be a mom again.
Okay.
I can't try to figure it out. That's the synopsis. I'm going to be a mom again. This is not the first time E has referred to herself as a mother. A then responded by saying how much both of us, E and I, were going to have kids and becoming mothers. Am I the asshole for being bothered by my unborn child essentially being compared to a dog? Also, am I the asshole for not wanting to really talk to them anymore?
You're an asshole for having a baby shower during a pandemic, and you're an asshole for just stop talking to these people.
I think literally everyone sucks here.
Everyone sucks here, but also no assholes, I guess. Well, no, I mean, so I think OP is more of the asshole, and I think they're not the assholes. I get that she feels like unsupported by her friends, but first of all, y'all are mad young. Even if you're choosing to have children, which you probably aren't. I remember when I was that age, 21, you're still a child. And to hear from your friends that they're like procreating, that's a little like on purpose?
Yeah.
During a pandemic Lovato? What?
Yeah, like
I wouldn't know what to say if I were 21 and my friend told me she was having a baby during a pandemic. I'd be like, cool, two thumbs up. That was a choice.
I think the big kicker here for me, and this just like nothing screams I'm not old enough or mature enough, my bad. I'm not mature enough to have a child than writing this entire fucking post.
Right?
Who gives a fuck? You're having a child. Nothing fucking matters. None of this matters.
It's also the whole thing of like, am I the asshole for being upset that my unborn child was compared to a dog?
Who gives a fuck?
First of all, no one cares. No one gives a shit. Like, it's just something playful to say about people who own animals and love their animals.
Dog mom.
Like, no one, this is the epitome of looking at something and taking something negative out of it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't about her.
Yeah. And secondly, the whole like, they didn't come to my baby shower. Okay, well, first of all, like Sam said.
It's good that they didn't come to your baby shower.
You shouldn't have a fucking baby shower. Why are you having a baby shower? You fucking idiot.
But also, people who are 21 don't want to go to baby showers.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to go to a baby shower.
There's so many fucking layers here. Like, having a baby shower during a pandemic, fucking stupid. 21-year-olds don't want to go to a baby shower. Nobody wants to go to a baby shower. Baby showers are fucking stupid. And also, nobody cares about your baby. Nobody cares.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No one cares.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's great.
Sorry, expectant mothers. Literally, no one cares.
Yeah, like nobody cares, and it's fine that you and whomever you're with are happy for this baby. Great, but nobody else cares, and they shouldn't have to care.
And they're pretending to care. I'm sorry.
The entitlement,
pretending to care.
The entitlement of having a baby shower and them not showing up, and then complaining about them not sending a card or a gift. I don't have to get you anything.
Yeah.
Right. You're having a baby. Like
you fucking.
This is you.
Yeah.
This is all you.
Right. Like, and maybe they don't.
Maybe they didn't go because they couldn't
think you're making great life choices for having a baby during a pandemic.
Maybe they couldn't. Maybe they didn't want to go because they knew they would have to bring a gift. They can't fucking afford a gift because they're 21 in a pandemic.
Imagine the audacity to be like the mental mindset, the fucking gymnastics you have to do. Like, listen, I let this dude raw dog me. So now you have to give me money. Like, you have to give me a gift because I let this dude raw dog. Like, what? Like, no?
Right.
And also, the final thing, if you're a pet having a surgery is a very real... Yeah. That's a very real reason to
that's a serious surgery. It's not I don't know. They got some vaccines. Like, also, 6 days out from a major surgery,
specifically
you gotta watch
spaying too. Like, that's way more invasive than like getting a dog neutered. Yeah, that's not that bad. But like when spaying, they fucking cut them in half.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
yeah.
So
you gotta change the wound dressing. You gotta give them antibiotics.
Yeah, make sure they're not fucking getting into it because they're wearing a cone. You gotta make sure they're not fucking ripping the stitches open.
Right. Like, that's a valid thing. I don't know. I think
I still say everyone sucks only because the whole like. The OP just sounds fucking annoying, and the friends sound annoying.
Everyone sucks. I feel like the OP sucks.
Well,
she definitely sucks.
She definitely sucks.
She sucks.
Yeah, she definitely sucks.
I don't necessarily think that the other kids suck. I feel like, if they were as good of friends, maybe they should just like be upfront and be like, listen, it's a pandemic. I love you, whatever. Or maybe they don't feel that way and say it also. Like, I think it's strange that you're having a baby. Like, that was a choice you made.
Yeah.
You're 22 and you're having a baby during a pandemic. Like, that's really a choice. And I'm not into it, and that's okay. That's valid, and you don't have to. But you have to part ways at that point. If you tell someone you're not really that supportive, it's an awkward conversation. But either way, you can't be mad at people not wanting to go to your baby shower for any reason, I think, unless they're your super best friend because no one wants to go to a baby shower, but it's also a pandemic and people are broke.
People just...
I'm not traveling out of state to go to a pandemic baby shower. It's not happening. I'm just not doing it.
Yeah.
Not interested.
Yeah. So, we're never going to get past this.
No.
This is Texas, isn't it? She's going to be like, well, it should be fine because they lifted the restrictions.
Why does she talk like that?
Please, I don't know, because that's how every annoying person talks.
It probably is Texas.
What's next on the agenda here?
All right, let's see. What do I have here? Okay. My wife is a very frequent verbal processor, and it's becoming more than I could take in.
Interesting.
This is relationships.
Okay.
The husband. No, it's a lady and lady marriage.
Okay.
33 and 30.
Okay.
Okay. Wife is a verbal processor, always has been and always will be. I'm more the opposite, but still make space to listen to her.
A verbal processor?
We are having been locked down the past year or so, that's led to many, many more opportunities for verbal dumps, especially in the past few months, as her job has been really frustrating. It seems like at least 5 times a day, she's telling me something frustrating / annoying, obnoxious, overwhelming about her job. We were just talking about this.
Okay.
In the uncut part of the podcast. Now her job is challenging. I know that. And I want to be there for her and let her process. But it's happening so much. She'll just start going on with, if I'm being totally honest, complaint after complaint and zero reflection of her role or accountability. I mean that sincerely. It's only ever about other people, and when I try to respond with anything other than, that sounds really hard, then I'm being invalidating, and it turns into a row. But I simply don't have the capacity to be talked at this much and been asked to follow a scripted response of, that sounds really hard. I've brought it up multiple times that it's over capacity for me, and she keeps saying, I know, I need to find other people to vent to, but nothing is really changing. If anything, it's getting worse. Am I a total asshole for even trying to set boundaries? Should I just be a sounding board at her beck and call? TLDR, she's a verbal processor anyway, way more since the lockdown, and it's becoming too much negativity for me, and I just feel talked at, not with.
So,
which I can relate to because I was telling you all about my issues this week.
I've never heard the term verbal processor. I'm assuming that's just somebody who just constantly talks about their issues. Like,
it seems
they're just like talking at you instead of really like to you.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm venting to you, but I don't want you to actually give me a solution. I just want to be able to say it to someone.
Like a verbal punching bag, which is not an awesome feeling.
Yeah. God. At least she acknowledges that she does need to find somebody, but she needs to do it. She needs to go and find somebody else to verbally assault because when you're,
and you always feel cornered.
Yeah. When you are the person that you know, this one person is you're the sounding board for everything, it can be too much. It can be too much, especially when it's coming from one person, because then you start to almost resent that person because they're always going to seem negative because the only fucking thing that they ever fucking sound off with you with is their fucking issues. So that's why when you're in a relationship, you really got to be able to like talk about other things with other people so that your significant other isn't always the fucking punching bag, like you said.
Right. Listen to this comment. Listen to this comment.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I'm scared.
She needs this is just from like a user. She needs a therapist. I'm also a verbal processor. And when I'm going through something difficult, like it sounds like your wife is with work, I get a therapist using BetterHelp so I can voice memo, talk, and text my therapist and dump on someone who is trained, paid to help me process rather than overburdening my partner. But wait, there's more.
No.
So this is from the OP. The response is from the OP. I'm not joking, but she's a counselor. I've gently suggested therapy many times over the years. Right now, the response I get is that no one is taking new patients. So the wife that's verbal dumping is a counselor. And even though their partner is telling them, this is my boundary and it's too much for me, like I can't take on your emotional baggage, they still won't stop. They can't stop.
There's so much wrong here. First of all,
don't go to BetterHelp.
Do not go to BetterHelp. Do not 100%. Do not go to BetterHelp. They are not proven to be licensed at all.
It's just people, right?
At all.
Yeah.
These are just normal ass people. These people are not certified counselors. Do not get help from BetterHelp.
You remember that weird span of like 6 months where every YouTuber was sponsored by BetterHelp?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why you should not do it. You should not fucking do it. Now, this whole thing, God, okay. Even counselors need help. And I think the excuse that no one's taking new patients is a valid one because I've seen it a lot because of the pandemic in all kind of medical spectrums. Everybody's fucking full. And I imagine during the pandemic, it got worse because, now they're having to figure out how to do it.
They have nothing but time to think about their issues and how they got where they are.
Yes. But you're right. Her saying, hey, this needs to be a boundary because you're affecting my mental sanity right now.
Yeah.
And I cannot fucking carry anymore. She should take a step back and really see how this is affecting her relationship and this other person that she loves and cares about. You are a counselor and you should acknowledge that way before anybody else does, you should see, hey, if somebody brings it up, can't take no more of this. Oh my God, really, that's insane.
I think the big question
it was that comment that was that's the one for me.
Wow.
I think the big question too is when is enough too much, or when is enough? If you tell somebody I can't fucking take this anymore, you need to do something, and they continue doing it. When do you go, hey?
Right.
When
I'm being serious. I don't know. It's tough.
Especially if
they're
it's
married.
You're white. Exactly. Tough. But it's you mean the fact that the fact that she's a counselor makes it even harder to be how are you not seeing what you're doing? I almost wonder if she has brought that up as listen, you're a fucking counselor. What you're doing is unhealthy as fuck to me and to us. You're destroying us.
As a counselor too, you would think that she would have a better network of people to pull from. Or colleagues to call and say, hey, is there anybody out there that are taking new patients? And if that's because if that's the case, then she really isn't putting in the work to find someone to speak with.
I could be wrong on this.
And you can't be a fit counselor if you won't do the work yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I could be wrong on this, but I kind of don't think that this whole nobody's finding or taking new patients thing is a real thing. It sounds like an excuse only because right now a lot of counselors, like therapists and stuff, have switched over to doing Zoom and everything like that, and doing digital all this, meaning you can fucking find people outside your states even.
That's
as
true.
Far as fuck away from you.
That's true, but to have insurance cover it, if she's got insurance, they would probably have to be in the state.
Yeah, but you have the whole fucking state to look through. I feel like there's definitely options. And I almost feel like maybe if it was July of last year, but we're in that weird space now where okay, we're still in the pandemic, but if you haven't,
we kind of got a flow of everything.
We've adapted to the point where it's not it's not the beginning of how everything. Obviously, things should be shut down more, but it's still not how it was last year at all. More things are open than they should be. So I don't know. It sounds flimsy to me, but again, I could be wrong on that.
Right.
That's a tough one. I don't know. I definitely think it's she needs to make that mental decision of when is too mumuch for her, because you can't live like that. You can't fucking.
She's definitely not the asshole for setting the boundary. I know that's one of the things that she said in there is am I the asshole for setting that? No, 100% not. You're not the asshole for setting that boundary. You have decided that you can't mentally accept any more of this negativity, especially because it's one of the. I feel like it's different when someone comes to you, asks you for has a problem, asks you for advice. You can actually like talk it out, and then that person can like decide, which way I'm going to go. But when you are just the person who they complain to, but they don't actually want any resolutions from that, like I am complaining and frustrated.
So unfair.
Yeah, it's not fair. It's not fair because there's literally nothing that she could probably say back that's going to make her happy at all.
Right.
But at the same time, she can't stay silent because they always want some type of like validation in, you're validated for feeling that way, even though, what if she's wrong?
Yeah.
Like
sometimes people are wrong. Yeah.
And sometimes people are wrong. So that really sucks. And she just needs to put her foot down and keep that boundary, and let her know, look, you keep crossing this boundary with me, and it's not cool. It's not cool in this marriage. That's not cool to push something like that.
That's all you can do is fucking state your piece and then decide. She needs to decide.
Another interesting comment. It says any decent therapist has a therapist. That's one of the first things they teach you in a BSW program. It's unethical and irresponsible for her to not be in therapy. And I think that's true. Like, it's a lot of emotional baggage you're getting from other people. So I'm not faulting her for being like frustrated. That's a lot of like bad energy sometimes that you're getting thrown at you, but you have to like, you can't serve others if you're not serving yourself.
Yeah.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly.
What kind of advice can you give to someone, or I don't know if advice or whatever it is that you do.
Yeah.
If you're at the point where you're just like grumbling at your partner, how can you?
Maybe she's just a shitty counselor.
Yeah.
Which is very true. It's very possible. It's very possible. Yeah.
What do you think the divorce numbers are going to be like in like the next coming year? Because I feel like everyone's over everyone, right? Everyone's annoyed with each other.
I have been keeping track of like articles and research on like the baby boom that everybody thought was going to happen, which is actually the exact opposite.
I don't think there's going to be a baby boom.
Last year, the divorce rate went up. So I imagine it's probably going to go even further up this next year because we're going to be right back in lockdown because Texas is going to infect everybody. And Mississippi. So just let them become their own fucking country, for God's sake. Just take a saw and chisel it out. Let them float out into the fucking ocean.
Be done with them.
Take Florida with you.
Let them combine Texas and Florida into a giant penis state. So I imagine the divorce rates are going to go. They're probably going to keep going up this year.
And too. Birth rates are going to go down.
Rates are going to go down. Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially since they said that the birth rates were already going down pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Because people can't afford
millennials don't have money to have kids.
Because no one can afford anything. They can't afford rent. They can't afford a mortgage. They can't afford gas in the car. They can't afford their groceries.
I mean,
you know what I can afford? A Plan B pill. I can afford that. I can chew those like Pez. I'm going to go to CVS and be like, I'm back again.
Yes, he's back. Back again.
The usual.
They just have them in a little Tic Tac box.
I'm going to get like Hostess cupcakes and a Plan B. Walk out. Give me the huge.
Oh my God. Okay, so we need to make a video. We need to make a video. Oh, no. We're gonna record you, Sushi. You're gonna stroll in and you're gonna do the guess who's back again, and you're gonna be like, Sushi's back. Then Sam's gonna pop out from behind you, and you're like, she brought a friend, and then as you guys fucking slather up. Wow.
Buy some condoms and Plan Bs.
Grab the Plan Bs, and then whip out a fucking Pez dispenser and fill it full of the Plan Bs. Oh
right?
My God, we're on something here.
God damn it.
It's like a little Santa one, where they come.
The little Santa?
Yeah.
You have a Santa, she's got a fucking Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or T-Rex one? Okay.
T-Rex.
You got Reptar.
Yeah. I want an Elvis-shaped one.
I want Reptar, yes, thank you. Reptar Pez dispenser with Plan B in it. Oh my God, can you just put them in the gumball machine? It's like a gumball bank.
Yeah, you put the money, and then it'll be like a fun game.
Can that just be the full name of the episode? Reptar Pez Dispenser with Plan B in it. That's the full dispatch?
Yes, that's it. End scene. End scene. Yeah. I can't afford baby formula, but I can definitely go get a pack of Trojans or something. That's fucking lit. I don't know.
I can't afford this $800 mortgage, but I can afford this fucking $1,200 rent.
$100 rent. Yep. Ugh. I think we all hate it here, right?
Yeah. Well, those are good. That was a good.
Thanks.
I like how
I tried real hard.
I like how you tied in the dog one with like our dog story.
I know, this is perfect.
Because I have all my like stories pulled up, and I was like, "That's the one."
Yep. Well, this coming Wednesday, we'll have a full episode for you. We got some comments to read on the YouTube. We got some updates, and we got more stories. So come back on Wednesday, and obviously send us your stories at contacteveryone@sexio.com and ESH Podcast on Twitter.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
We did it.
You need a little Post-it note that just says that, so you can just read off of it.
I know. I just need I need to record my voice, and then it's like whenever I gotta say it,
just like put it in.
Yeah, and it's like, but it says it the same every time. So like, no matter how enthusiastic or happy I am during the episode, like, yeah, here we go. So don't forget to comment and subscribe.
Hit that notification bell for more.
Thank you so much, guys. And if you have any stories, please send them to contact@everyonesuckshere.com.
Oh yeah, and Corey, make a fucking YouTube account so you can like these goddamn fucking videos.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with
like
you?
them.
What the hell, Corey?
Pick up the pace, listeners.
Yeah.
Put your Dr. Pepper shirt on and like this video.
Put your Dr. Pepper shirt on. You hike up your fucking cargo shorts. You put on your Adidas, and you fucking like this, all right? We'll see you Wednesday.
Is that our target? Is that what you think our
it's just that one
listener looks like?
No, it's just that one guy, Corey.
Yeah, just one guy.
the one guy. Yeah.
We're gonna have to rescue him before Florida and Texas.
We gotta get him and Keith out of there, and then fucking blast them off to anywhere else. We gotta. Yeah. All right, we'll catch you guys Wednesday. Goodbye forever.